In episode 2 of Realm, the town teaches residents the brutal, unforgiving rules of survival. We get our first real look at the town's social order, the Talismans, and the fragile deal between Colony House and the town. It seems like they know what they're doing, but they're all making the same single horrible mistake. It's a mistake so fundamental that it leads directly to the single most devastating tragedy the town has seen in months, the events at the clinic. In this video, we're going to break down how episode 2 confirms that the real enemy is not the creatures smiling outside their window. The real enemy is the psychological pain the town builds during the day. We'll expose the 3 tactics the town used to turn its residents against themselves: the illusion of control, the weaponization of hope, and the corruption of innocence. In the second episode, the town stops being a simple physical prison and reveals itself to be a sophisticated battlefield. The system's goal is not just to kill its residents, it's to break them. And he used 3 distinct tactics to achieve this, all on full display in the single second episode. The first and most foundational is the illusion of control. The newcomers are inside, protected, Boyd explained the rules, the talisman create a shield, and the protocols keeps everyone safe. On the first watch, this is a system of protection. The residents have found a way to fight back, to control their environment, but this is the town's first and most brilliant act of manipulation. The talisman are not a weapon, they are a leech. They don't offer a way out, they offer a way to survive inside. By giving the residents a tool that works, the system creates a false sense of security. It makes them to invest and trust in the process and the rules of this prison, to build a society within its walls, rather than focusing on breaking the walls down. We see this at Colony House, where Donna protocol of separating the newcomers is presented as a safety measure, but it's also about establishing control. The talisman and the protocols don't give the residents this control, they give the town control by making the residents willing participants in their own protocol. They're so focused on surviving the night that they forget to fight the prison during the day. This illusion of control is the perfect setup for the town's second and most insidious tactic, the weaponization of hope. In this episode, we meet Victor for the first time. He speaks of a special event and hints at a deeper meaning. These are not random events. The boy in white is a glimmer of magic in a world of horror. He looks like an anomaly, a symbol that explains not everything in this place is evil. He's a physical representation of hope. And from this point on, we have one question: who is he? And the town then used that hope as a weapon. Victor, the keeper of this hope, is dismissed. Fatima tells him,
"The rules. Now take your peaches and shoot."
the system introduces a symbol of information, and simultaneously, it teaches residents to ignore this knowledge. It creates a contradiction designed to create confusion and ignore hope. The final tactic is the most brutal, the corruption of the innocent. This is a story of Sarah Myers, someone that I've been analyzing lately. The voices Sarah hears are a direct response to the town control and conditioning. Surrounded by horror, she's desperate for a hopeful alternative, so the town provides one. The voices don't break her, they promise her what she wants most: a way home. This is the culmination of the town's strategy. It had established a set of rules. The talisman, something that we saw in episode 1. The clinic event is a proof of concept. Sarah is commanded to eliminate Toby and open the door. The result is the single greatest loss of life the town has seen in months. The town didn't need to break down the door. It convinced one of the prisoners to open it from the inside. So this is not a monster attack, it's a chess move. In one single night, the system has eliminated new characters, inflicted a massive blow on the community. In 2 days, as we know, the first day was Megan and Lauren. Then we see the events at the clinic, but it also turned a trusted neighbor into a monster, creating seeds of doubt that will grow for seasons to come. The episode confirms that the most dangerous monster is not the one that is outside, ready to hurt you. It's the one that whispers a promise in your ear. But the town playbook is effective, but it doesn't need to work in a vacuum. Its true power lies in its ability to find the pre-existent openings in its prisoner's mind and make them wide open. Episode 2 is not just about the system tactics, it's about the price. It's about showing how this new reality hurts on the specific traumas and hopes of its victims, turning their own personalities against them. We see this unfold in 3 key case studies. First, Jim Matthews, the man of logic and engineered. When faced with the impossible, his first move is not to panic, but to problem solve. In the RV surrounded by monsters, he immediately tries to find a rational angle. He presses on Boyd.
You said they aren't people.
That's right.
Then he learns about the talisman and accepts the rule for now, but his mind is already working. This is his vulnerability, and the town knows it. It gives him just enough data to make him believe the problem is solvable. Then we move into Donna's story about her sister. A monster killed her. It looked and acted human. The rules of biology and the supernatural are smashed together, creating a contradiction. Tabitha is now focused on understanding the mechanics of the monster. Her trauma is rooted in the loss of a child and the collapse of her family's safety. That her deepest need is for a safe haven. Then, as we can see, the town used this against her in the most horrible way possible. It separates her from her family, places her in the safety of Colony House. First, it seems like a normal place. Donna offers her comfort, a human connection. But for a moment, it feels like a dream. This is a setup. Then Donna delivers the worst conversation of your life. And as we know, she explains the monsters, the rules, the hopelessness of it all. She takes Tabitha's fragile sense of normalcy and break it even more. But the final brutal twist comes from Fatima. After offering Julie a moment of genuine human connection, she takes her to the roof and says,
And if you climb high enough, even a nightmare can look like a dream.
so this is not a message of hope. It's a town cruelest lesson delivered through its kindest resident. It's telling Julie that the only way to endure this place is to just ignore it, to detach from the horror. It's an instruction to give up on the idea of a true peace and accept that the nightmare is the only reality that they will have. Finally, Kenny. He in a way is the heart of the community, the one trying to help Boyd. His vulnerability is his deep-seated, almost naive hope. He hopes his father's dementia will get better. He hopes for a second chance to do things right, and the town makes him pay for it more than anyone. The episode builds on this hope. He has a conversation with Father Cadre. He successfully gets the newcomers to Colony House. He has a conversation with Father Cadre. He feels a sense of purpose. Then the system breaks it all away in the most personal way imaginable. The clinic event is not just this random tragedy, it's a targeted strike against Kenny's hope. The one place in a town that means healing and care is turned into this horrible event. And at the center of it is the death of his father. But the final devastating moment is how he finds him. He doesn't just find a body, he finds his father broken, destroyed. This is the town's ultimate lesson for the hopeful. In this world, everything you love will not be taken from you. It will be corrupted and used to mock your pain. So what is the one mistake that truly gets everyone killed? It's not leaving a door unlocked. It's not trusting a stranger. The one single horrible mistake that every character makes in this episode and in the season and in the show is the belief that they can ignore the pain, live a normal life, and focus on themselves. This is the show's most brutal and fundamental rule, laid bare in the final moments of the episode. The real enemy is not the creature that kills you, it's the hope that makes you believe you can find a clever way to avoid the suffering. This is the town's first lesson. If you try to fight the system head on, it will not defeat you. It will make an example of you, and we see this over and over again. The clinic event in this episode is not just a failure, it's a catastrophe that, like the death of Donna's sister, is designed for maximum emotional damage. Kenny loses his father, and Sarah is transformed into the very thing she was trying to defeat, a monster. But a monster doesn't stop there. In her final heartbreaking scene, she tells her brother,
It was the only way to save us. It was the only way to go home.
but she did. The choice to accept the simple, brutal reality in front of her, or the choice to believe there was a clever way to beat it. And that is the one mistake that gets everyone killed, is the belief that you are the exception. The belief that your logic, your understanding, your hope, or your secret knowledge will allow you to find a path that is not paved with suffering. Episode 2 confirms that there's no such path. The town doesn't just want to eliminate you, it wants you to break you. And he breaks you by giving the illusion that you can win. The monsters are not the real enemy. The real enemy is the game itself. A game where the only winning move might not be to play at all. So I'm doing every episode breakdown. Next episode will be episode 3 of season 1.